Alright guys, yeah, welcome back. How y'all doing? Today I'll be reviewing a plugin, home audio devices. Alright, this is the LAAL, the look-ahead analog limiter. Alright, this is the first analog console to incorporate the look-ahead feature. Alright, enabling limiters to, be more precise in detecting the audio passing through the, circuits. So, creates more depth and a headroom, you know, therefore you can push it and, you know, get away with a bit more louder music. Okay, so let's get into it. It's currently for $69 on Plugin Alliance. But I don't know if you've been a member of any of their mega plans. You should receive a coupon or a discount. I got it for 49. Okay, so check it out. So getting into it, I'll say it's pretty. The interface is pretty clean. Looks same as the original. So let's hear what it sounds like. How this instrumental the background. Picks at 3 dB over there. Now with the plugin, see, it's leveled, it's louder, so it's definitely working. And let's see, let's go. Alright, so you have a fine knob, it kind of like clips a bit of the harshness going in. Alright, so starting, you have your input knob, your output knob for both your left and right channel. You can process your audio independently, or you can just use your mid-side button at the bottom here to get mono stereo sound. Okay. And it's pretty clean, like the difference from stereo to mono, like it's pretty clean. You get a bit more clarity in there if that's what you're looking for. So this limiter comes with lots of features, especially for an analog limiter. Okay, so you have your peak hold, which allows you, it displays the peak value for like a longer duration of time, so you can actually see how long your music is gonna peak, and that also improves like the sound. Okay, so the next and please don't forget, like when working on your mono and your mid-side mode, make sure you don't forget to affect both sides of the unit or the plugin, because on stereo, whatever you do on the left affects the right, but on mono you have to do that independently. Okay, so don't forget to tweak both sides of the device. Alright, so let me take over this real quick. Now the next button right here is going to be the dynamic transient button. this create space and details in the mix. Okay. Afterwards, your transformers. Okay, because working with digital plugins, you tend to lose the analog feel. All these are being introduced by the various components in the devices like the tubes and the transformers. So having an emulation of that, a one-to-one emulation, it helps your process. Okay. And you have the link detects. Okay. This helps in like when there's a peak on the left, there's a reduction on the right. When there's a peak on the right, there will be a reduction on the left. This helps in balancing the overall mix, and it can also affect to what extent, because you have your link detect knob right at the bottom, which is also like certain advantages of plugins, because this section isn't on the analog gear, you know. So when you have digital plugins, they tend to come with a bit more features. All right. So it's like a trade-off. All right. If you want the actual sound depth and quality of the gear, and cost, you go get that if you can. Uh, Other than that, you can get away with like a 90-95% you know sounding plugin that comes with a bit more features. All right, you can actually see what you're limiting right here just by enabling this button at the bottom. Okay, and you have a true peak right here. Okay, with the unit actually comes with stereo width, is uses in widening the stereo image of your sound, and that also comes with a switch that allows you to select between 6 different flavors, or stereo filters, whichever. So depending on your material, you can actually get a better sound. Yeah, I like 3 and 5 over here for this instrumental. If if I want it sounding a bit tighter, I will go for the 5. Now this plugin comes with a mono maker. So let's So this is bypassed without, and this is with. So yeah, with the transformers, you can add some analog warmth in there. All right, bridge some life into the track. Also, we have your drive knob at the bottom for the individual channels, both left and right. So you can also make use of that. And finally, you have a parallel mix knob over here, to dial in the process to taste, which isn't on the actual unit. To do that, you have to work with your input and output knobs. All right. Yeah. So you have a peak hold on both sides, both channels. Yeah. Better like that. just add some details, you know. I like that. Let's add some analog ones, you know. Okay. Nice. Some stereo widen. Right. Now you have a release knob here. You have a release knob here. Alright. So, smaller the time, you know, the more open the sound, and the higher it gets, a bit more tighter and punchy. So yeah, so around 10 is just nice, especially for like, you know, mastering your track. Alright, so there you have it, guys. Home audio, LAAL. Alright, pretty sweet. First analog, look ahead limiter. So it has a pretty clean sound. I wouldn't say transparent, but I would say clean because it does add a bit of you know, color and harmonic saturations to your music. So yeah, give it a try. And since it's a plugin, always work with the features down here. So blend to taste, alright. Both the drive knob, your mono maker, and your mix knob. Alright, you have your link detection. You can do that. Let's give that a try. Alright, that works for me. So, and also you have your filter here for like emphasis on, you know, how much the effect should affect like the low end. And all right, by you know, increasing and moving it towards the highs, you get a bit more clarity. Move it towards the lows, you get a bit more low end and punch and warmth. All right, so um always, you know, play around with the knobs, figure out what works for the material. All right, try to dial in your own settings. Okay, think I should have something here already. Yep. Beautiful. All right, so that's it, guys. It comes with various banks like A to D, so you can save a preset, you know, flip through various settings and see it has a undo and redo button. All right, so that's it. You can scale your GUI, and yeah, pretty sweet. You have the home audio, look ahead, analog limiter, LAAL. All right, so check it out.